losing a lot of fish on your buzz baits and your spinner baits, could be your rod. Could be too stiff. That's what we're going to cover today. Hey everybody, welcome back to CB Bassing. Today we're going to cover selecting the right rod for a buzz bait or a spinner bait. Thought about this being a good topic because that's what I have been doing here lately. This rod right here is a old Wright & McGill 7-foot fast action rod. It's a medium power but fast action rod, and I had two of these. I broke one, so I need to replace it, and replace it soon. So this is a Lew's American Hero rod. I love this rod. For 60 bucks is an amazing rod. It's a medium heavy power fast action tip. Same tip, and I'm going to go over that here in a second. I'm going to explain that a little more in detail to you. But I've been trying to see, I've been wanting to like it for a buzzbait, but I don't. Today I missed another fish on it because it's just too stiff for a buzzbait. It is too much like a broomstick for it. You want to have a lot of give in your rod. You also want some backbone, but you want a lot of give in your rod to allow that fish to grab that buzzbait and to get it down before you set the hook. You know, with this rod here, with both a spinner bait, I can feel every thump of the blade. It's just about too sensitive for a spinnerbait rod. With a buzzbait, as soon as the fish hits it, you can feel a thump, and you want to set the hook. You end up ripping the lure out the fish's mouth, even if you don't set. You know, just the stiffness of the rod, it pulls the lure right out the fish's mouth. So you want a little bit less stiffness to a buzzbait or a spinnerbait rod. You want a little more forgiveness. And I'm going to explain to you, I got both of these rods hooked up, and I'm going to show you a little something, explain to y'all what I mean by fast action and by the power of the rod, because some people get confused about that. And let me show you a little something. I got it rigged up here. Okay, as you can see, pull up on both of these rods. Hopefully you'll get it all in the camera. As you can see, they both bend pretty much the same spot along the rod. They're both 7-footers, and they both bend close to the same spot. That is your action. These are fast actions. If one was an extra fast, let's say this rod was extra fast, instead of it bending back here, it would bend more towards the tip. If it was a moderately fast, it would bend back here some. The slower the action, the further back along the rod it bends before you hit the backbone of the rod. So as you can see, they both pretty much have the same bend. So I know the tip is right, but the difference is this rod takes a lot less effort to get it there because there's a medium action. This one is a medium heavy, and you feel it. So this is not going to work as a buzzbait rod. So now I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to find out which one I can get, if they even make one of these in a medium action. That'll probably be the best one. I don't think they make these anymore, the Wright & McGill ones. They were a pretty decent rod. Not really for worm, but good for spinnerbaits and buzzbaits. Alright, so there you see, like I said, you've seen the action. Like I said, the faster the action is, the closer to the tip that the backbone of the rod is going to come into play. The slower the action, the further back the bend is going to be before you actually get to the backbone. Now, power is what the backbone is of the rod. You know, this is a medium heavy power. This is a medium power. That's a medium heavy. You know, they come in everything. They come from light medium light, medium, medium heavy, heavy, extra heavy. This one here I think is actually an extra heavy. 7'6", just a heavy action with fast tip. I've been trying different ones. This is one of my old ones. It's a medium with fast tip, and it works great for the buzzbait. So that's what I'm gonna have to get. And I hope you guys learned something there with that. You know, like I said, if you got too stiff of a rod, you're gonna lose fish on a buzzbait. I know a lot of people lose a lot of fish on them. A lot of times it's not you. Yes, you do have to be patient. You can't set too quick. But a lot of times it's also the rod, the equipment you're using. You know, if you don't have a rod that can load up before you get to the backbone and really set, then it's, before it rips the lure out the fish's mouth, you're never going to catch one. You have to have a good rod for that. So go out there and try that. You know, try buzzbait on different rods that you have. Try to find one that it works best on. You know, don't think that you have to have a heavy rod because it only has one hook. Use a lighter rod. You'll have a lot more success. Thank you. Alright guys, I'm going to do a little update here on that buzzbait rod video. Ended up getting me a new one. I got a 7'1" medium power fast action Mojo Bass. This is by St. Croix. Get out your way. It's by St. Croix rods. It's I have a Mojo Bass for my chug bug, and I fell in love with it. It's a very good quality rod. It's a bit heavy, you know, compared to like carrot sticks, but it's a good rod. So that's the one I ended up with. I've already caught quite a few fish on it, and it works great for a buzzbait, or great for a spinnerbait too. Probably even a swim jig. So if you're looking for a good one, that's, you know, I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I'm just saying, this is, if you're looking for a good buzzbait rod, Mojo Bass by St. Croix, 7'1", medium power and fast action. Good rod.